As you're watching this video, forget about the whole second channel idea. I've decided to scrap the idea in general, and I'm just going to be uploading a different type of video every Sunday here on the main channel. I don't think having a second channel is necessary to make other content. I think if every Sunday I did something a little different other than rebuilds, I feel like you guys would enjoy it here on the main channel as well. So scratch that whole idea of a second channel. I'm probably going to end up deleting it anyway. But I do appreciate you, the ones that did subscribe to it. But don't worry about the second channel. Just watch it here, enjoy the main channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, no more second channel in the future. But I'll still be giving shout outs here on the main channel, of course. But thank you guys. Enjoy. Good YouTube, and welcome to the first video here on my second channel. Today we're going to be doing a video submitted by one of you guys, and a huge shout out to Frank Scandin for the video idea. Now, the second channel is basically going to be around your guys' ideas. Whatever you guys submit to me, and if I like the idea, I'm going to give you a shout out on this channel and my main channel, and you guys will be obviously huge contributors to this second channel, which is my plan. Every Sunday and maybe Thursday, I'm going to plan on uploading a video here on the second channel. We'll just have to see how it goes. But today we're going to be talking about the 4 perfect players that would fit around Damian Lillard and possibly win a championship. This idea was submitted by Frank Scandin, like I said in the beginning of the video. Now, Damian Lillard, of course, last year in the playoffs did not play very well. The defense locked up on him and CJ McCollum, and Damian Lillard unfortunately really couldn't do anything because all the pressure was on him and CJ. So Damian Lillard and CJ ended up getting swept as the 3rd seed, and it just didn't end up very well. The Blazers unfortunately have failed to put a team around Damian Lillard that can succeed and get past the first round. They did before, but that was against the Los Angeles Clippers when Blake Griffin and Chris Paul went down. So today we're going to be talking about 4 players who I think could complement Damian Lillard very well. Not to say they'd be coming to the team, and I tried to stay somewhat realistic with the salary and cap space. So let's go ahead and jump right into my 4 players that I think that would fit very well next to Damian Lillard. My first player at the shooting guard position is Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy Butler, I think, would be a perfect fit next to Damian Lillard. Reason being is because he plays defense, something that Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum don't do very well on the defensive side of the ball. In basketball, is a defensive side of the ball. Jimmy Butler does that, and he can also score at will. He'd be another all-star, and Jimmy Butler would definitely take the pressure off of Damian Lillard, much like CJ McCollum does. He would also add defense to that. So that would be a great compliment to Damian Lillard. And the Portland Trailblazers, we're talking about Damian Lillard on the Portland Trailblazers, so it'd be a great compliment there. But Damian Lillard definitely needs someone who can take the pressure off, and a guy that plays defense would not hurt at all. With the small forward position, I have Joe Ingles, another guy that can play defense and shoot the 3 ball, which is something the Blazers really needed against the New Orleans Pelicans. There was 3 players that made threes in the New Orleans Pelicans playoff series, and that was Al-Farouq Aminu, CJ McCollum, and Damian Lillard. No one else really did much of anything, and it's unfortunate because we did get swept. I say we because I am a Portland Trailblazers fan, and it was just unfortunate to watch my Blazers go down in 4 like that when I really thought they could win the series. But definitely a player like Joe Ingles, who was a huge contributor to the Utah Jazz success, would be a great fix next to Damian Lillard. He could shoot threes and can play defense, which Damian Lillard needs a lot. He needs someone that can play defense as well and shoot threes, which would be absolutely great fit next to Damian Lillard. And yeah, that's why Joe Ingles would fit very well. Next we have at the power forward position, Nikola Mirotic. Now, the guy on the New Orleans Pelicans who made the Pelicans so good, he stretched the floor for him. He made Anthony Davis a lot better, Drew Holiday a lot better, and that's why I think Nikola Mirotic coming to the playing next to, I keep saying Portland Trailblazers, but playing next to Damian Lillard would be perfect because he stretches the floor and he takes pressure off of Damian Lillard as well, because teams are going to have to focus on Mirotic out on the perimeter as well, and not just Damian Lillard. They know that Evan Turner can't make threes very consistently, so that's why they don't really play defense on him too much, and they more focus on Damian Lillard. Obviously, Evan Turner is a small forward, but I just use him as an example. But Nikola Mirotic at the 4, I think, would fit perfectly next to Damian Lillard's skills. I think Mirotic would stretch the floor and take a little bit of pressure off of Damian Lillard. Yes, his defense isn't the greatest, but I still think that it could work out very well. Next, we have Clint Capella at the center position. We all know what Clint Capella did with James Harden and Chris Paul last year in the playoffs. They almost beat the Golden State Warriors. They took them to 7 games. Now, let's say, it's not to say that they're going to do it again this upcoming year, but they did a great job, and they almost even beat the Golden State Warriors. Not the Golden State Warriors have DeMarcus Cousins. It's going to be a little bit tougher, but I think Clint Capella could be a nice fit next to Damian Lillard as well. He'd be a guy that can take The lobs off, or obviously he took lobs from James Harden and Chris Paul very often in those playoff games and was very successful with it. He plays defense, which is great for the Blazers, and he is a high energy player. Now, I think Clint Capella, Damian Lillard, Nikola Mirotic, Joe Ingles, and Jimmy Butler would all fit very well next to each other, and we're going to go ahead and test it in 2K. Now, let me know what you guys thought of my list, and you guys can also leave your comments in below of the 4 players you think would fit perfectly next to Damian Lillard. But let's go ahead and jump into a 2K simulation, and let's see how well this team does with these 4 players next to Damian Lillard. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.